Hey there guys, it's TheRamosOnline here, and I've got a pretty awesome battle for you guys here. It was a random passerby who challenged me. As you can see from his team, and what I thought in team preview was great. This guy's got a bunch of Ubers, and a couple of the OU legends like Heatran and Gengar, and he's got 3 Ubers in Mewtwo, Xerneas, and what's that thing, Black Qrem. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a hard battle. I pretty much thought it was a loss from the start, but I wasn't going to just straight away give up. I was going to test it out and see how it goes. So I lead with Kasara, and he leads with Xerneas, and I'm thinking, great, here comes a Power Herb Geomancy. So I thought I would switch out into Claire, who is my Espeon, which is the only OU poke in this team, by the way. Everything else is UU and lower. I went into Claire just to try and, stall out that Geomancy and try and hit it on the physical side with Psyshock. It actually goes for a Moonblast, so unfortunately Claire will be going down, only dealing minimal damage to this Xerneas, which is very, very sad. I really didn't want Claire to go down so quickly, but I really had no answer to a Xerneas. Now, my only other option was Gardena, and she would actually outspeed this Xerneas and go for the Quiver Dance, and I am going to be able to survive this Moonblast pretty well. Now, unfortunately, in the previous turn, we saw Espeon got a special attack drop, and unfortunately, the same fate befalls Gardena, and she also gets a special attack drop from that Moonblast. So not only is this guy packing some power, he's also got a lot of RNG in his favour. So he's going to go for that second Moonblast, taking me down very low, but I am now at +1, so a Pedal Dance should just kill. Maybe Pedal Dance would have just outright killed. I don't quite know, and I didn't want to take the risk. I didn't quite know how many hits Gardena could take. Now he's going to go into his Heatran, and I am just forced to let Gardena die here, because obviously I am locked into Pedal Dance. It was the only option I had for killing that Xerneas, however, so it was a valid sacrifice, but that means I've already lost 2 of my Pokemon, mostly to that Xerneas. That Heatran's going to finish me off with a Heat Wave. So now I go into Kasara, who is my Heatran. I was expecting the switch, really I was, but I thought, well, nothing is going to like an Earthquake. He actually goes out into Boss, who is his Mewtwo. I knew he had a Gengar he could have gone into, so what I really should have done was the knockoff. But either way, Mewtwo is not going to appreciate a stab-boosted Earthquake, taking it down to half. I'm not quite sure if that was min or max damage, but I'm quite confident another Earthquake will finish it off because it is a Mega Mewtwo Y. If it was an X, it probably would have survived, but because it's a Y, its defense doesn't go up, so it is going to fall down to an Earthquake, so that is at least 2 of his big threats down. I'm going to get a Moxie boost as well, and he decides to go into Smeargle. Now, I expected Smeargle to be sashed, but I didn't want to play games. I knew a Spore of some kind was coming my way, so I'm switching out into Diancie. You guys can probably figure out why. It's because Diancie has Sleep Talk, so sleep doesn't really affect her at all. He actually goes for the Dark Void, which has shaky accuracy. Not entirely sure why he doesn't have Spore, but whatever. So Diancie goes to sleep. He also revealed the Quick Claw there, so I know this thing isn't sashed. He goes for another Dark Void, maybe expecting me to switch into someone else, but I'm just going to go for the Sleep Talk, deal some damage to this Smeargle. So even if it was Focus Sashed, it would now be broken. But as we saw, it had the Quick Claw, so this thing could become a very big problem because it can easily get a priority, I guess it's a priority, or a first turn Dark Void, which is a big problem. Goes out into the Gengar, knowing I am a Fairy type. I'll go for the Sleep Talk, but I actually wake up that turn. So he goes for the Sludge Bomb, that is not going to deal that is just pathetic damage, and my Diamond Storm is going to take the Gengar down to just below half. Now, I knew a Destiny Bond was coming, but I didn't really have an answer to this in case Destiny Bond didn't happen. I didn't want to switch in my Furfrou and have it go down already. I didn't want to switch anyone in on this Gengar. Unfortunately, he doesn't go for that Destiny Bond, so Diancie is going to take out this Gengar with a Diamond Storm. So that is another big threat gone. Also, this one doesn't have Focus Sash either. This one is a Black Sludge Gengar. So Gengar does go down, another big threat down as well. But unfortunately, it is going to drag Diancie down to the underworld with him. But she served me well. I have plenty others. I don't really. Gonna go back into that Smeargle with the Quick Claw. So this is now basically just free Moxie for Kisara. Unless the Quick Claw activated, 10% chance I took it, and I'm gonna be able to kill that Smeargle and get my Moxie boost, which you know, it doesn't really do much considering the Pokemon he has left is either going to be a one-shot or a two-shotter, regardless of what I'm at. He actually gets into the Freeze Ray, which is going to be a 2 to 3 hit KO. I think it's a 3 hit KO without Moxie, 2 hit KO with Moxie, but I knew this thing had Ice-type moves, so I don't want any of that. I go into Fuwa to take the Ice-type move, basically to sack Fuwa off. He's actually going to go for the Focus Blast. Very surprising. Focus Blast actually doesn't kill Fuwa, so this tells me this thing is not invested in special attack. I go for the Sucker Punch to get as much damage as I can as he goes for the Fusion Bolt, not wanting to risk the accuracy. That's going to deal some nasty damage to Fuwa. It's actually going to take her out. I really thought she could survive because Fusion Bolt is a physical move, but unfortunately she was taken far too low to survive that hit. Gonna get some Lefty's recovery on Freeze Ray. My last Pokemon was Abigail, who as you know is my Masuda Methoded Shiny Absol Mega. So I'm gonna go for the Mega Evolution, and I was pretty confident that this thing was going to outspeed me. So I just went for the Sucker Punch and prayed that it went for Focus Blast and missed. So Sucker Punch is going to connect, so it is obviously going to be attacking in this turn. Takes it down to just over half, and that Focus Blast is unfortunately gonna hit, and down goes Abigail. So poor Abigail only got to do one attack. So my last Pokemon is of course the Crocodile, Kisara the Crocodile. So I just basically had to pray that this Earthquake killed, and I go for it. It is stab boosted, and unfortunately it doesn't quite kill. It goes to the Focus Blast. It is going to hit, so I think, great, it's GG, it's over. Kisara though, she's not having any of it. She hangs on with 19 health. She is not going to be taken down by a bunch of OU Pokemon. She goes to the Earthquake, and we're going to get the killing blow on Freeze Ray, getting that Moxie boost. Doesn't matter because my opponent's last Pokemon was Heatran, who is ×4 weak to ground. That thing is not surviving an Earthquake. There is just no way it's happening. So that is going to be a win for me. Really intense battle. I really thought when I saw that team that it was going to be a loss, especially on that second to last turn where Kisara didn't kill with the Earthquake and the Focus Blast missed. I thought that was it. I thought that was game over, but no. I clearly underestimated the tankiness of my Crocodile, and that is a win. So if you guys like what you see, go ahead and remember to hit that subscribe button in the bottom left hand corner. In the bottom right hand corner is my friend code. Feel free to add it, and if you want, add me on Skype, Leader Ramos. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and a thumbs down if you hated for some reason. And I'll see you guys in the next video, which should actually be a Wonderlock video. So I'll see you guys then.